In Inequality news.
Oh.
Submitted by
Fuck equality. I hate that shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. Submitted by Bubba the Staffy.
Who's that? A dog. Oh, is it?
Oh.
What kind of dog? Pomeranian?
Staffordshire Terrier.
I was thinking the same thing.
I have no idea. I don't even know. Is that a dog?
Yeah, that's a pit bull.
Oh, sick.
There's actually 3 different subspecies that make up a pit bull, and that's one of them.
What's the other 2?
Terrier.
Thank you.
Oh, called his ass
One's like a
Right.
bull terrier, one's the Staffordshire, which is because it's on for large Scottish.
Yeah.
And there's a third one I forgot what it's called.
Ooh, in your face. 2 out of 3, bro.
There's 3 of
We should do trivia together. We'd really do one.
I used to really
to
love
Jeopardy.
dogs, but I'm good at forgetting shit.
Harvard is being sued for rating Asian American applicants unfairly. I've seen this.
I seen
about
this shit.
this.
I think I sent this to you, or you sent it to me.
Maybe.
You sent it to me because you're
Heard
like,
about
huh?
this.
I don't know. Maybe.
No, we've been talking about this.
Yeah, I forgot. It was a while ago though, before the news went crazy about it.
I think this is a good thing. We have too many Asians doing nerdy fucking shit.
That's true.
We need more Asians going to jail.
Too many
Yeah.
Asians on this show, dude.
Yeah,
fucking
I mean,
Asians
let's
on
think
this
about
show. Oh my
it.
God.
The reason why JK exists is because thanks for the economy, we couldn't get jobs. if the economy was great, we wouldn't be here. So that means if more fucking talented, smart Asians don't get into Harvard, then they're gonna open up fucking YouTube channels and do well.
They're gonna start thinking they're creative again.
Yeah, I'm just too optimistic, man. People are gonna hate me for this
That's
shit.
fucking funny.
Harvard has been under fire for this because, and it's not only Harvard, it's like all the other super prestigious schools because
Like what? Brown
Like
University, all the Ivy League.
Princeton.
Why do you need to know that? Why?
I know she doesn't know the answer. I just want to just want to do a conversation with her.
But she doesn't know the answer, and you already know she doesn't
She
know the
said she
answer.
does. You just made her look dumb.
Literally? Wow, you literally. So I said, why do you need to know that? And you literally said, because I know she doesn't know the answer. That's what you just said.
No. But then the point is, I'm trying to make a
Thanks,
conversation like
This is fun.
with Tiff because she doesn't get to have a conversation with us.
The point is, Tim is an idiot, all right, and that's
Right.
what we're trying to say.
No.
That is the point. But let me
Look
tell
at
you
Joe.
guys what I do know. So they are saying that Harvard.
Hold on, let me
scores-
ask, because I want to make you look smart. What do you know, Tiff?
So Harvard scores applicants on 5 different categories: academic, extracurricular, athletic, personal, and overall. And so they're saying that whites have been getting a higher personal ratings than Asian Americans because apparently they're saying that 21.3% of white applicants are getting a 1 or 2 compared to 17.6% of Asian Americans. They're pretty much keeping Asian American scores low with the whole personality part.
So it's a
Yeah.
deliberate thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard. They couldn't justify it on any metric, so they started to say just like it was personality based.
So metrics
Finding the most
wise,
subjective metric.
Yeah.
because they're killing it metrics wise, they're just doing well. So it's like
So they would
during
have to
the
have-
interview, they're like, wow, sob story sucks. This and this.
Yeah, they're like we have too many Asians. How do we get less Asians? Oh, I know. Personality wise, we'll like mark them low.
Damn.
Do they do interviews?
What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like for admission?
Because most undergrad don't do interviews, so I don't know if.
Oh yeah, they do interviews.
Oh, they do. Oh, okay. So they can actually.
Harvard, bro.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's interesting
I don't know.
because like I kind of agree with that because that's also how job interviews work.
Right.
Agree
You know,
with
There's an entire like
with getting-
personality. Well, I think what he's saying is like, yeah, you can be stacked on paper, but if you're an unlikable person, people don't want to work with you.
But you're agreeing with them that that's a genuine
No,
score.
but they're not unlikable. They're just fucking doing it so they limit how many Asians
Yeah.
can
Right.
get in.
But is that what
It's
you're
not
agreeing
like
with?
it's not like oh this guy has a shitty personality. It's like this guy's Asian. I'm gonna say he has a shitty personality.
It's not like this guy's a mouth breather and he stares and he doesn't.
I got
fucking-
David's back.
Yeah, right.
I got David's back. So I think what David's trying to say is he's trying to say the system and grading is cool, but the way they're doing it is fucked up.
Yeah, and so like
That's what everyone agrees upon.
yeah, I just thought it was like they would meet the person and they're like, you know what I mean?
Right, but
So
then
that's what I was assuming.
what this scandal is about is the deliberate fucking intention to mark them off,
Oh, I see.
not because you know, their personality is really sucky, then it wouldn't be, you know, but they're like, oh, well, we got too many Asians, so let's
I'm just
fucking...
like-
And why do they need to have so much diversity? Because then it just looks like they're being biased, or what? Like,
Yes.
I think they're trying to avoid too much diversity.
Because diversity is our strength, Geo, and diversity makes us stronger, Geo.
So this is the
Wait,
thing.
so they are trying to avoid.
So this
Because
is, this is
buzzwords-
your
Gio?
joke was funny. Your joke was
So
funny.
this is what I think is going on. I think you know, all those Ivy League schools, they have a ton of heritage and tradition, like those frats and stuff that date back to like 1800s, 1700s. And I think when in the beginning, when they're getting a more diverse student population, that was celebrated and that was a good thing. But I think once it gets to the point where there's more Asians than its original students, which is AKA white, I think that challenges and destroys a lot of that crew style traditions. So you know, like the people that wear the Argyle socks, the people that row the boats, like that typical Ivy League look and way of life, old money way of life. It's like it's completely challenging the school, and I think it's losing its tradition. So I think now they're like, we got to keep a lot of these Asians out here because
You
they're
know,
ruining.
but this isn't the first time it happened in Harvard where diversity, like, I mean, back in the day when Irish and Jewish people were
Yeah.
getting into Harvard, people were like freaking the fuck out, like, I'm not gonna let my kids go to school with fucking all these Jews and fucking
They were
Irish
the
people.
Mexicans and the blacks of their day.
They were. But now, I mean, they're a part of the old money, you know, because they had to go through that too. The face of prestigious Americans are going to change eventually, but it's just, they're going through that right now. But I think you're right about that, is like, it's like when it was 25% diverse, we were cool with that. But now if we're getting overwhelmed, that's not cool. We don't want to be the minority in our own, you know, school that we built. I think that's basically why
Well,
this
just
is
be smarter
happening.
then.
I think
Right?
I think it's more about like Asians don't need help, and I think that it's diversity wise, like people, the meme of diversity right now is basically like, well, certain people are disadvantaged. I'm not even saying I disagree with that. I'm just saying certain people are disadvantaged. They need a little bit of help to get into these colleges, and Asians are not disadvantaged. They're not having problems getting into these colleges, so we don't need to help them. Like,
But they're doing the opposite. So
I agree.
there's the minority that needs help, and then they have reserved spots for them. Asians compete with the white kids, and they're actually pushing the Asians down so more whites can go in.
yeah.
That's happening like in
And the
local
UCs
schools in
too,
NorCal,
yeah, yeah.
like high schools, and people are getting pissed off that when a bunch of Asians move in the neighborhood, the test scores go up and their kids can't compete, and then they're just like, what do we, you know, you guys are fucking it up, huh?
Why would they get mad?
I agree.
Because it's too much.
Come on.
I guess it's kind of like too much workload on their own kids. They don't want the kids to be just focused on academics.
It challenges their way of life. I
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's too challenging. But what sucks about it is we have so many other groups within Asians that don't benefit from like the high income and stuff like that, like the Hmong community. We have like the Laos and the Cambodians that are like, there's a lot of them that are low income and on welfare and stuff. And they need to figure out a way to categorize it, not just put it into one fucking group. Because you have your fucking parachute babies from China that has millions of dollars and their fucking parents can pay for all the tutoring and everything in the world. But what about all the other kids that get lumped up? Like the Southeast Asians, they're like middle class and lower middle class. It's like they're a part of this group too. So when they really need to be a part of that affirmative action group, they don't get that chance because all the East Asians fuck it all up. So I think that's another issue too.
To me, it's just, dude, what's your test score? Then you should get in.
That's what I think
If it's
too.
100% Asians, I
That's
don't
what I
give a
think.
fuck. That's good.
That's what I think.
Like
too.
that's what you earned.
Yeah.
I don't get.
Yeah, there was this other discrimination thing that was in the news this week about this Japanese school, this Japan's top private school.
And they're like, if you don't fucking like dirty underwears, then you can't get in.
No, they were pretty much systematically trying to avoid women becoming doctors.
Oh, I'll tell you this. Japan's been racist.
Yeah, but now it's like
It's not a mystery.
hit the
They're
fan.
sexist.
There's
Racist
racist,
and
sexist, and they're open about it.
But they're nice about it too.
They're trying to keep women from becoming doctors.
Yeah, so they were changing scores, like test scores on women so they can score lower so then they wouldn't be able to be accepted to these schools to become
That's pretty
doctors.
blatant.
Damn,
Yeah.
dude.
They're not even trying to hide it.
We changed your test score.
In some
We
ways,
don't think
though,
it's for you.
In some ways, I actually like that, where like, even though it's unfair and that part's fucked up, I like it where they're up front and not PC.
Who's saying
Versus.
they're up front?
They weren't up front.
Yeah, who's
They
saying
lied.
changing
They
test scores.
fucking cheated.
Oh, I thought they were telling everyone, hey, we're gonna change all your test scores.
Yeah,
that's what I thought too for a second.
I love that you can respect. At least they say it to your face.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That they're
That's
fucking
fucking
you over.
horrible.
No, that's what I like. I like if they told me straight to my face rather than, oh, it's your likability. And then they're like, what the fuck? I smashed the fuck out of this fool. And my likability doesn't get me into this school.
Right.
That's weird. You know?
Oh, that makes you question yourself, huh?
Yeah.
Like, damn, do I have social problems?
But
or
if
some
they're
shit?
just straight up like, yo,
Your score
Harvard
sucked.
is a white school and we got too many Asians in this class. I'd
That'll get them in more trouble.
be like, in our culture, but in Asian culture, that's what I was saying. I like.
It only works in Japan because it's like 95% Japanese people and it's not diverse and they don't have to be.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like America's built on the whole idea of like diversity, melting pot, all that. So then when it doesn't happen, it's like, hey, that's not fair.
Yeah, but I would still prefer that.
Because I wouldn't mind it either. If a European country was like, yo, we're a white nation and we want to be a white nation, a lot of people are against that. But me personally, I think that's fine. Like, why do all white people have to be diverse and share their
Because
country?
even like in real life, it happens all the time. Like I used to get bacon wrapped hot dogs outside of the community college I was going to. Last time it was Straight Tech, and I would go there all the time with my buddy, and then go, oh, can I get 2 hot dogs? And he'd be like $6. I'm like, how much is 1 hot dog? $3. I hear my buddy go up and ask in Spanish, and it's $2.50.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ooh.
So I was in Mexico, dude. I was getting white guy charged
Yeah,
everywhere.
guy price?
Obviously,
White guy
obviously.
charge,
yeah.
that
I'm
does
like,
happen,
obviously.
doesn't
But that's why I had Nikki order everything after a while.
'Cause she looks
And I-
Mexican?
Oh hell yeah! So it's
Hell
easy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
And then I
tight.
was like, yo, what's up with this? I was like, are you favoring him because he speaks Spanish? And he was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that clears it all up. But if they're being all sneaky about it, then I'm like, what the fuck? It makes me feel like backstab.
I love the discrimination of they look at me and they go, he's probably rich, and then I'm like, I'm getting so discriminated against.
You're traveling on a budget too, you
right.
know?
Yeah.
But they're like, oh, he's fucking balling. I know.
It's so
he
funny
Is.
how like our stereotypes are all technically positive.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at you
And it
fucking
pisses us
smart
off.
guy.
Hey, you Asian? Aren't you good at math and stuff? Aren't you like really smart?
Not so bad.
Don't you owe some shit?
That's why when Asian activists cry about stereotypes and the shit that we got, I'm like, what are you talking about,
like,
dude?
your stereotypes are so good.
Oh, we can't drive. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
You make all the
No,
cars.
women can't drive.
You make all
Yes.
the cars.
When there's real shit going down, like people getting killed and stuff like that, that's when I'm like, yeah, I could back that up.
True.
Because that's something to cry about. That's some crazy shit, right?
Yeah.
But if it's like, hey man, people are making fun of us because like, you know, we can't drive.
You can't drive a Mercedes good.
It's like the fuck. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.